up, everyone? How's it going? What's up, Delea, Lugo, Audrey, Dandy, Lioness, Trixie, Heather, whatever, Rochelle, Susan Reich, Elfig? Happy Saturday! How's everyone Saturday night or Sunday evening doing? Early evening, depending on where you're at. And how's my sound? Aileen, what's up? Kimberly. Susan says good. Trixie says good. Rochelle saying quiet night. And my sound is good. Thank you guys. Kimberly saying my sound's good. Kimberly, another Kimberly. Hey, what's up? There's a Kimberly M and there's a Kimberly C in the chat today. My plan was to start off with Ghost in the News, where I find an article in the news and talk about it. Going through some haunted videos, and then we're gonna get to the main topic of Annabelle the Doll. Who has heard of Annabelle the Doll? And the movies. And believe it or not, they do talk about Ghost in the News. Trixie's heard of Annabelle. Aaron, what's up? Lorraine. Oh, that's cool, Lorraine, about your plants. Susan's not familiar with Annabelle the Doll. And Annabelle, the actual Annabelle, does not look like the one in the movie. Lorraine saying heard of Annabelle, but it was a Raggedy Ann doll. Yes. But the movie wanted to make her look more like a porcelain doll. Elfig heard but not familiar. I mean, I think the real Annabelle doll looks more freaky than the movie one. Because you wouldn't even suspect a Raggedy Ann doll to be haunted. Susan Reich is asking what came first, the movie or the doll? The doll. The movie came years later. And of course, with the movies, they like to add their personal touch to things. Audrey's with the Nerd Report raid. Lisa, Alice is saying Lisa Boo, Gwendolyn, Jen, Leslie, Veronica, Julissa, D Nice. They're all saying Lewis passed out and he's shirtless. Oh, Leslie's saying he's shirtless. What's up, everyone that just came into the chat? Tara K, what's up? Tammy, Veronica, Alice. Tara St. Louis passed out, so we came over. Fuzz is saying he did. Lulu, Bad Wolf, what's up? Condra. Jen, thank you for gifting 5 Grayson Report memberships. Lisa Boo is also saying Lewis is shirtless. JT, what's up? Bernadette gifted 10 Grayson Report memberships. You guys are awesome. Hearts for both Bernadette and Jen. Daisy, St. Louis passed out as well. Oh, Alice is actually saying Lewis passed out, but with clothes on. Leslie, I am doing good. Nerd Report saying I passed out. D Nice, thank you for lurking. And hope everything went well with your surgery. Jen saying, y'all, it was mindless, not shirtless. Spring Storm, Nerd Alert. SMJ, what's up? Audrey, I think you have to click on a setting or something like that to accept memberships or something like that. I'm not quite sure how it works. Spring Storm, thank you for listening. Gunner Girl, what's up? Dino Spumoni, Lewis passed. Heather, whatever. Bernadette saying I'm saging my room right now as I watch you. Aaron Cooper saying turn on gift settings. Stacy Kogan, what's up? Diane! Hi, Lisa. Sorry, but Lewis passed out exhausted. Audrey, I'm glad it worked for you. Lisa Boo, yes, I did pick the emojis. NJS55, what's up? Robin, welcome to the Wolf Pack. Daisy, what's up? I know it's been a minute. She goes, hey Lisa, it's been a minute. I've missed you. I'm driving, doing last minute errands for Easter tomorrow, so can't chat too much, but I'm certain. That is fine, Daisy. I'm glad you're here. Spirit of the trees, how's it going? Alicia Hiker. I probably should have used brighter emojis because I'm on dark mode. But you can still see them. I'll tweak those. Linda DeGraff, welcome. All right, guys, for if you weren't here at the beginning, I am going to start off with Ghost in the News, where I Googled to see if there's any ghosts in the news. And believe it or not, there is. And I'm going to share an article with you. And then I will maybe show you some videos. Maybe. And then we'll get into Annabelle the Doll. Thank you, Heather whatever. Bernadette saying it's the shadow emojis. Lulu Bad Wolf saying love your background. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bernadette, get your mind out of the gutter. Leslie, thank you. Says I love her background too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Rochelle, thank you for the $3 super sticker with the exercising pear. Doing the thumbs up. Well, I only say exercising pear because it's wearing a headband. Mistress Meg, thank you for the super sticker with the cute little corgi. Jen, are you really taking your dogs for a walk by the cemetery? That's super cool. Spirit of the Trees, saying Annabelle is crazy creepy. Alright, guys. I am going to go. Diane saying sounds like a great show tonight. Thank you. Gunnar saying it's buffering a lot. Tara K, thank you for the super sticker with the fitness pair. Saying cool. Jen, just make sure you have a flashlight. But I know your dogs will lead the way. So you'll be cool. Veronica saying my dad worked night shift at a cemetery when I was little. Ooh. Did he have any crazy stories, Veronica? Nerd Report saying no buffer here. Tara K saying, yeah, I like your show and the ghost stories, cool and different. Thank you. Oh, Bernadette. Gunner Girl, it may be on your end. Oh, that's cool. Jen, one of my dogs is wearing a flashlight too. That's super cool. Jen, let me know if you see anything or hear anything. Veronica saying one time he... Oh, no way. Really? One time he and I'm not sure what dropped a body. It sat up and opened it. Ooh. That's creepy. I don't think so, Bernadette. I think you return. No, I don't think so. Another guy is what Veronica meant. Spirit of the Trees is saying dolls just freak me out so much that people collecting dolls freak me out. Unless they're collecting haunted dolls. I know it's not logical, but hey, I like creepy dolls, so... Oh, Jin's gonna walk near the weird abandoned house. Okay, cool. Audrey saying, don't forget to like the video. It's a free way to help Lisa out. Thank you, thank you. Alright, we're gonna get into Ghost in the News. This is an older article, but I thought it was kind of interesting because there was a video that we could watch. Let me see if I can get into it. Alright, this is from Fox News, and it's a little bit older, but I actually kind of thought this was a cool article with a cool video. It was published October 29th in 2022, and was written by Deidre Riley of Fox News. And it starts, if you thought Ghostbusters were just a Hollywood invention, think again. New England paranormal investigators, Pine, are a team of 9 people headquartered in Vermont who will come out and investigate if you call them with concerns about a resident ghost, spirit, or apparition. Ah, that's kind of cool. In one instance, a New Hampshire homeowner, Teresa Chick of Somersworth, was experiencing sounds, events such as a toy being thrown at her feet, and even appearances of apparitions, including a slim person suddenly standing in her hallway inside her house. And I will show you the video. The homeowner installed cameras to record the unsettling events, then called Pine for help. When you watch the video clip about the case in question, you be the judge of what was going on there. Typically, by the time people reach out to us, they are at a desperation level where they want us there as soon as possible to determine what is happening. Betty Miller, the group's director, told Fox News Digital in an email. Most commonly, we hear the client say, I just want to know if I'm crazy or is this really happening? It makes sense, because if you see something like that, I'd automatically I wouldn't think I was going crazy. I'd be like, it's ghosts. Miller has been investigating ghosts since 2008. Pine was formed back in 2004. People experiencing ghostly events want someone to verify what they are experiencing and, if possible, explore why or the source, said Miller. They fill out a form on Pine's website and the team will evaluate the case. Apparitions are few and far behind, said Miller, and even harder to capture on camera. I will show you the video after I finish reading the article. I've experienced one full apparition who stood watch over me while I was in bed, she said. It was a life-changing experience because it doesn't make sense to the logical mind. As humans, we find it in our nature to have an explanation for everything. And then this happens. The basic audio recorder is her most used tool, Miller said, which is very basic. There is a never-ending production of new equipment available in the field, and we have a lot, which is fantastic, but it always drives back to the audio recorder. So that, in case you can catch EVPs or something, which some that I've heard are creepy. Not here! I should do that one time, because I get orbs in my studio. I should do some audio recordings. What do you guys think? Michaelin, what's up? Reborn dolls are creepy looking. Vicky has to say, we have paranormal investigators here in Canada, and, well, they have many worldwide. Some of what they find is amazing. Springstorm saying, clowns and dolls freak me the French out. I had dolls that gave me nightmares when I was little. Daisy! With her mind in the gutter, too, with Bernadette. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Mimi T, that is so cool. I'm third generation doll maker, so creepy dolls are my thing. That is super cool. Julissa saying, when I was a kid, I loved reading scary books about dolls. Spirit of the Trees is saying, my stepmom, since I was 10 years old, collects and porcelain dolls. I was creeped out by my dad. House. Cool. Jen saying the spirits are strong on the road on the backside of the cemetery. Super cool. Hold on, if it... Bernadette! Thank you for gifting some more memberships. Hearts for Bernadette. Thank you, Bernadette. 5-star. Okay, then it continues. With a goal of taking something that is non-physical and making it tangible, she explained that when you have a voice responding to you through the audio recorder that you did not hear in real time, you now have something solid that can be disrupted. And that's very exciting. The team recently added a New Hampshire division, which they are very excited about, said Miller. Team member Jason Engel, who's heading up the New Hampshire branch, shared his experience with apparitions. 2 people see the same apparition. While on a private investigation with Pine, I experienced an apparition manifest in front of myself and another fellow investigator, he told Fox News Digital by email. We are investigating reports of activity around an old abandoned sugar shack on a property. After hearing knocks and sounds of someone walking around outside the shack, my fellow investigator and I stepped out of the shack and stood in front of it. He said that in one window of the shack, which has no glass panes, a light began to form, or lack of a better word. Noting it was faint and very hard to distinguish, he said it almost seemed like maybe a trick of the eye at first. The light began to intensify, he said, and come more into focus. Then, he said, slowly the face of what appeared to be a woman with dark hair began to become more discernible, but still fuzzy and not quite formed. He added, I took a step forward and shined my light toward the figure, which instantly vanished. Whoa, kind of cool. The 2 investigators decided not to share notes on scene, but waited until they were with the rest of the team to discuss. And when they did, we both described the exact same thing, he said. Definitely, this was an experience that has stayed with me, he added. Which makes the experience more credible, because more than one person saw what you saw. Engel said there are 2 types of haunting. Intelligent or residual, he said. A residual haunting is one in which the phenomenon repeats itself over and over in the same exact way and does not interact with the people in the environment. It's almost like a recording playing back over and over, only it's played in our reality, our current time and space, he said. A crisis apparition is one that died suddenly or unexpectedly, and they sometimes don't know that they're dead. I didn't know they had, names for different apparitions. That's kind of cool. An intelligent haunt. Well, I knew about, an intelligent haunting and residual, but I didn't know there was a crisis apparition. An intelligent haunt is one that interacts with occupants or visitors to the location, and experiences vary and are not necessarily repeated. For Pine, investigator Steve Sicard, there are many reasons that a spirit stays around, but some of the most common reasons may be unfinished business. They are stuck on Earth as a residual spirit, repeating the same chores or actions that they did on a regular basis, Sicard said. He noted that a crisis apparition is one that died suddenly or unexpectedly, and they sometimes don't know that they're dead. Oh, that's crazy. A team member's own ghostly experience. Team member Karen Keene began investigating the paranormal in 2009. In 2013, I saw what I believed to be a shadow on the night of my mother-in-law's passing. I asked him why he was on the sofa. He said Grammy wanted him to sit with her on the sofa and they were going to watch their favorite movie. I heard footsteps coming up the stairs and thought it may be my son, who was 13 at the time and sleeping in a chair downstairs after he had shoulder surgery. Once she heard footsteps, she saw a dark figure at the top of the stairs outside the bedroom door. She added, the figure turned and walked down the hall. Knowing every bed was taken with my husband's family, I jumped up and told my son he couldn't go to his room. She said she received no answer after calling her son's name, so I turned on the light and no one was there. She continued, I wasn't sure if that is what it was, but the next morning my son was not in the chair, but on the side, lying on his side on the sofa. He was not supposed to sleep like that with a sling on his arm. I asked him why he was on the sofa. He said Granny wanted him to sit with her on the sofa and they were going to watch their favorite movie. Explaining that her son was very sad to realize his grandmother was gone, she said he didn't know what to think of what had just happened. That's crazy. The fact he had his experience validate mine that same night, said Keene. My mother-in-law came to say her goodbyes. That's kind of sweet. Team member Kathy Eastman, who said she had seen apparitions her whole life, added that spirits are sometimes stuck here. Some spirits have suffered trauma and don't know they're dead, or they have died. Some spirits choose to remain here with a loved one, like people that were married for a long time. She added some spirits don't want to cross because of fear of having to pay for the wrong things they have done. Pine director Miller said that there are a plethora of spirits and many possible reasons why they stay around. Some of those reasons are not so pleasant, she said, and can be considered demonic or never even human. She said the topic itself is a rabbit hole to go down. But I can tell you in full confidence it exists, she added. In a case of a traumatic departure from Earth, it's true some may not realize they are D. I personally never ask, do you know that you're D? I don't know. I don't think anyone thinks to ask that when they're out on an investigation. She called that approach pretty harsh. Well, if you're kind of harsh, though, you may get a answer because then someone might be offended by it. You know what I mean? Then you might get an EVP or something. The Pine website indicates that the team services are free and that they investigate all type of potentially paranormal events. As for homeowner Teresa Chick, who filmed the apparition and other unsettling events in her home, says that while ghostly events continue, human and spirits are able to coexist. I sometimes feel like asking them to grab a mop and a broom and help out around here a little, she told Fox News Digital. I can imagine anyone doing that. If you're going to be in my house, make sure you clean. Rochelle saying, very true, some spirits stay, but many are not good if they never pass over. Alright, let's go to the video, which is at the top of the article. Okay, there it goes. Hopefully this is the right video. Give it a second to load, guys. It's taking a minute here. I don't know what videos just do not like my computer. Okay, this is security footage from a house from the paranormal investigators, or Pine. And of course, there's an ad.
Unlimited, I get 5G, truly unlimited data, and unlimited hotspot data. So no matter what, I'm running this kitchen.
Make the switch. It's your business. It's your Verizon.
Of course, the ad plays like there's no problem. And then the actual video. I think it's kind of cool. Like they'll go into people's houses to try to help them out. Okay, while this is loading, did anyone catch the new season of Ghost Hunters with Chandler Riggs? I only saw a bits of it because I couldn't finish watching it, but what I saw was kind of cool, where they were investigating the Bastille in Hanford, California, I believe it was. And I thought it was kind of interesting because Taps was in California. Jen saying there was no spirits tonight when she was walking through the cemetery and through a old abandoned building or house. Leslie's going to bed with the lights on again. Sorry, Leslie. Spirit of the trees. As I'm waiting for this video to load. Spirit of the trees. I was behind a girl in traffic. Her license plate said burn. We ended up at the same place, both in the same elevator. I asked if burn meant Bernadette. She was shocked because nobody asked before. True story. Oh, that's weird. Matthew, what's up? The Ghost, it's on Discovery Plus if you guys have Discovery Plus. Because I don't have cable. I just pretty much have streaming service. Oh my god, this video does not want to load, and I really wanted to show you. Oh, there it goes. What are they looking at that they see? Because I don't see anything. Oh, is it that person that was standing there? That? I don't hear anything. Ah, the sound's not working. Now I'm sad. The sound's not working. Leslie's saying I saw a cat. Darn, the sound's not working. Why is not the sound? Because I can't even hear the sound. Everything is... Oh, that would help. This. Alright, let's try this again, guys. It's very faint. Let me see if I can play this. So are they talking about that person just standing there? Because that looks like a real person. Because when I first saw this, I thought it was actually someone standing there. Like an actual person, not a apparition. Nerd report saying the dog looks real. Nerd report saying fake TV. Well, this is actually video from someone's house. Yeah, because when it said, let's see it again, I was like, what am I seeing? When I first saw this before, they must be talking about that person standing there. Because I don't see anything. Once it loads here. Alice is saying, is the dog real? Susan saying, I hear chimes. Susan saying, my folks had a cat who sometimes jumped in the dark for no reason that we could not see. Cool. Susan saying, yeah, because I thought, because they were like, did you see it? And I'm looking everywhere and I'm like, no. And then I guess the next shot, this person moves. So is that what they're talking about? And then you see like the homeowner come in down here. Like by where the bed is. I guess that's where that is. I'm guessing this is like a bedroom or something, and then that's like another part of the house. I'm having the ring of Tara K is saying, is it a person or is it a ghost? I thought it was a person. Susan saying a female. Yeah, that's what I thought. That was like the homeowner or something. Julia, what's up? Heather, whatever, saying, I would swear that's pasted on the edge is wrong. Possibility. If it'll ever replay. The ghosts don't want me to replay. Oh, the dog moved. Yeah, see how it says, let's see it again? So are they talking about the person standing there? Oh, they moved a little bit. Yeah, and you see how I'm assuming this is the homeowner. Yeah, I guess that's what they're talking about. The person standing there. Ooh, I heard that. That's the dog. Oh, that's crazy. So what do you guys think? I'm assuming the one standing is the apparition? Audrey's saying the person ghost has a shadow, so it's a real person. I don't think ghosts have shadows because they are the shadows. Bernadette's like the cat's freaked out. Now it plays right away. I don't see a shadow on it though. Oh, that one gave me chills. That sounds kind of fake. It scared the cat. Heather, whatever saying the woman standing in the shadow is off. Spirit of the Trees is like, I'm not sure about this one. El Fig is saying I'm still stuck on the first one. I had no idea because, like, you see how it says, let's see it again? I had no idea that's what I was supposed to be looking at when I first saw this. Bernadette, what? Leslie Slane, glad I don't have cameras in my house. Spirit of the Trees is saying the cat definitely looks on edge. That's kind of what made me like, oh my gosh, the cat jumped. So what do you guys think of the, I don't know, can you guys hear the video? Rochelle saying I feel energy there. Don't know how it's real. Bernadette, thank you for gifting memberships. Hearts for Bernadette. She's awesome. Alice, I think the dog is real, but one of the sounds they say is some unexplained voice. Sounds like the dog grunting. Like licking his chops. So what do you guys think of the voices? Teresa saying my cat freaked when the pizza guy knocked tonight, so I think a cat getting spooked by a doorbell isn't proof. Because one of them says the cat was meowing and you could hear a shh, like a shh. Well, the doorbell is followed by a screaming. You can hear like a blood-curdling scream. Jane Rick, what's up? Susan saying cats are more sensitive than dogs. Bernadette saying I'm not sure, but the dog and cat were freaked out. Alice is saying sounds like an old lady. Aaron saying I'm not sure this time. I know this one's kind of iffy. Tara Casey, not sure about the voice, but the figure is weird, and one shot you see it, one shot it's faded. I know, that's what's weird about it, because I actually thought that was the homeowner, or just, just a person standing there. But apparently, that's the apparition. Like a full body apparition. Julie's saying I'm creeped out. I can't, Tara K, unfortunately, I can't zoom in because of the program I'm using. I don't think it lets me zoom in, unfortunately. But I definitely need to Google that to see if I can do that for next time. Thank you, Spirit of the Trees. And thank you, Bernadette, again for gifting memberships. Delea is saying, no way, unbelievable. She's saying, take a photo with on my phone. Maybe I could find the video and just screenshot it. Give me a second, guys. Turn my sound off for a second here, so. Heather Wetter saying I didn't hear the voices, but my dog jumped. Oh, that's crazy. Teresa saying I believe in things, but I'm one of the biggest skeptics. Oh, it clicked off of it. Let me see if I can. Oh, ads. You gotta love ads. You have to turn it up. It's very low. The voices. That's why I stopped talking for a minute, because I could barely hear it. Alright, let me see if I can get it here. Alright, that's the figure. I don't know if you could see it. Hold on a minute. Can you guys see it? Or let me switch to the bigger screen for a second here. Alright. Okay, that's the figure supposedly or allegedly is an apparition. Which I when they said, let's see it again, I was looking everywhere but at that. But apparently, this is it. Heather, whatever, saying weird. Is it still on? Hold on. Oh, it went off. Sorry, guys. I mean, I guess that's as big as I could get it. Veronica's saying, I thought that was like, same here. Thought it was a live person. That's why I had no idea what I was looking at. Matthew saying, you believe and be a skeptic of something at the same time. Jen saying it looks like a twig. Hold on. There you go. Bernadette saying hi to Larry. Oh, wait a minute. Went off again. He's having a good time sitting back there. Julius is like, I see it now, but I don't know. Springstorm says, just look like a dude. Yeah, I thought it was like the homeowner or like, one of the investigators. But apparently, that is an apparition. And he moves, too. Like, he leans a little bit. Which, that's the weird part. Like, he leans a little bit like he's going off balance. And then in the next screen, he just walks over. Bernadette saying that looks like a real person in jammies. Diane saying, first shot, I thought I saw a shadow, but the second one doesn't have one. Most ghostly looking sounds are strange. Susan saying that's a ghost. Veronica saying he looks like he's straight out of the 80s. Leslie saying it does look like a guy now. Matthew saying yes, a living person. Alice is saying freaky. Yeah, I swear I was like this trying to figure out what they were talking about or what they were showing. Is it working now? It's working now. You know what? I touched it and it probably turned it off. Good now? Good? The Jen saying the orbs took her sound. Should be good now because I could see the lines moving. Okay. Cool. Stupid. I touched it and it probably disconnected it, even though it was connected. It did something. Jen saying the orbs took her sounds. Tara cases when the dog goes in that area, they're more faded, I think, then you see that it's weird. Diane saying the shadow is patterned in the rug. Leslie's like, damn, Mikes, I know. Next time, note to self, I'm not going to touch it. Exactly, Bernadette. My mic is super sensitive tonight. Very emotional. No, I'm just kidding. Leslie saying, Lisa, is that the hat Lewis's mom made for you? Yes, it's one of them. It matches me because I'm wearing I'm wearing black, but it's got purple on it. Tyranna. But what do you guys think of the EVPs, though? Because some of them actually sounded like the homeowner could have been talking, except for the screaming and the doorbell part. Teresa saying her cat has decided the bathtub is a good place to hang out. Thank you, Veronica and Rochelle. Oh, that's cool, Jen. She sent me a picture of that old abandoned house that she walked by. Super cool. Tara K saying, I wish I could make stuff like that. I want to learn. I just don't have the patience. Veronica, thank you. She says, you always have the best hats. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Leslie. Even though my mic decided to be sensitive today. Guys, if you haven't gotten a free membership courtesy of Bernadette, grab one. Teresa was saying I was late. The only VP I heard was the doorbell one. There was a very faint blood-curdling scream with that one. Leslie saying I don't think it was a ghost. Dog was too calm. I agree. Like, the dog was just walking around, sniffing around like nothing was there. Heather, whatever, saying hearts for the little Mike. Spirit of the Tree saying love the energy you track. Thank you. The only time, even the cat's just meowing. Except for the last clip. Susan, I believe you have to turn memberships on or something like that, or to be able to accept gifts. I am not sure because I've never actually done it myself. Leslie saying my dog would be barking. She barks at everything. Alice is saying dog was sniffing around. True. I didn't really think of that one. The dog was just sniffing around, and then while the voices were going on, the dog kind of just laid on the bed with his head down. Yay, Allison! Bernadette's asking, have I seen the paranormal dog that has its own YouTube? He's so cute. No! I'll have to check that out. Oh, Diane saying what I meant is what I thought was a shadow is actually a pattern in the rug. Leslie's like, hit the join and hit the gifts and turn it on for anyone that wants to grab a gifted membership. Not sure about that article. Because, especially with that person standing there. But I know apparitions can be, like, they look like us and you don't realize. Tara Case saying animals are very sensitive to spirits, I've read. Yeah, they are, so I'm surprised the dog was sniffing around, but the dog didn't really go over where the person was standing, so I just didn't think anything of it. Leslie's like, how do you not have spooky dreams watching this stuff, you brave girl? I don't! Believe it or not. Which is weird. You would think I would, but I don't. I'm glad we can join your doggy walk spirit of the trees. Alright, guys, we are now gonna enter creepy dolldom. With the ultimate creepy doll. Well, I mean, there's other creepy dolls, but this one's a famous one. It's Annabelle the Doll. She was made into a movie. To be honest with you, I like The Conjuring better than the Annabelle movie, but that's okay, that's me. Condra, what's up? Thought the doll was cool, but the real doll is actually creepier. I do want to actually get an Annabelle doll one of these days. I'll have her in my background. With Larry, maybe. Tyrana saying, I'm the same, I love scary movies. Actually, the Conjuring movies and Insidious I liked better than the Annabelle movies. Delea saying aka Raggedy Ann, yes. So there is the movie Annabelle. And of course, they had to make her a creepy porcelain. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's still creepy looking. But I guess they wanted her to be a porcelain, like, aged, weathered doll instead of more of like a I don't know what you call it, like, well, Raggedy Ann's more of like a stuffed doll. Because maybe the movies don't think a stuffed doll could be haunted. And then most of the time a creepy doll that you can think of is usually porcelain. But stuffed dolls can be creepy too. Leslie saying, I got some cute Raggedy Ann and Andes. That's cool. Tyrannus said, yes, I love The Conjuring. Susan saying scary. Leslie saying, no, that movie scared me for nights. Really? Heather whatever saying creepy. I don't know. thought the movie was cool, but it wasn't. I mean, I felt more scared with Insidious and The Conjuring than I did with the creep. But then I like creepy dolls, so then. Delay is saying the movie Annabelle looks like the puppet from the movie Magic. Alright, this is from ATI. All that's interesting. Inside the real Annabelle doll's true story of terror. Written by Katie Serena and edited by John Karuski. They'll probably come back on here and they'll be like, you butchered my name. So it goes on. The true story of the original Annabelle doll began when she terrorized her first owner in 1970, forcing Ed and Lorraine Warren to take her to their occult museum for safekeeping. She sits in a glass case bearing a hand-carved inscription of the Lord's Prayer while a pleasant smile rests on her face, sitting under a mop of red hair. But beneath the case is a sign that reads, "Warning, positively do not open." I actually have... You know what? I should have brought the case. I have a little box that actually says that. Warning, positively do not open. Mimi saying I know, Robert the doll is crazy. Heather whatever saying I like the skeleton. Thank you. It's Larry. His name's Larry. Alice is saying Chucky is my favorite scary doll. Mine too. Bernadette saying the Jack in the Box creeps me out. I actually like that. The clown in Poltergeist. But I don't think they have a replica of that one. Tara K, not to go off subject, but yes, it was. Megan doll was. Trick or Treat Studios needs to jump on that and make a replica of Megan. But the movie, for me, it kind of felt flat. I think I enjoyed Chucky or Child's Play more. Spring Storm is asking, is the Annabelle movie any good? I love The Conjuring. Depends on who you ask. For me, it was okay. Alice is saying Robert is a scary doll. Yes, he is, and he's in Florida. He's a crazy doll. To the uninformed visitors of the Warrens Occult Museum in Monroe, Connecticut, she looks like any other Raggedy Ann doll produced in the mid-20th century. But the original Annabelle doll is actually anything but ordinary. Has anybody been to the Warrens Occult Museum? Since her first supposed haunting in 1970, this allegedly evil doll has been blamed for demonic possession, a slew of violent attacks, and at least 2 near-death experiences. In recent years, the true story of Annabelle have even inspired a series of horror films. But just how much of Annabelle's story is real? Is the real Annabelle doll truly a vessel for a demonic spirit in search of a human host? Or is she simply a child's toy used as a prop for widely profitable ghost stories? These are the real stories of Annabelle. The true story of the real Annabelle doll. Here's a picture of Lorraine. The Warrens, I should say. And this is the actual Annabelle doll in their occult museum. I think now their son-in-law... I think it's their son-in-law that runs the museum now. And I think to be honest with me, to me, this is more creepy. For some odd reason. To me, it is. What or who do you think the movie Annabelle doll is creepier, or the actual doll is creepy? Teresa's saying one of my favorite horror movies is The Thing, the original Thing. Julia saying clowns and dolls are scary. Bernadette saying clowns are evil. Clowns don't scare me. Miss Ace, how's it going? Rochelle saying, anyone see the Lauren Cohen film? It was a doll she had to watch. That was a weird film. Yes. She's actually my birthday twin. Haha. Nerd Report Lisa with the dramatic voice. Leslie saying I'm cool with storytelling. Thank you. I try. Bernadette says I saw the video where they had to move her and they had to use gloves to move her. She's not in the original box with the Warrens. I'm not sure if you saw the Haunted Museum, but I think he's the son-in-law of the Warrens. He brought the doll and he was putting on like these dishwashing gloves to hold it. And he wouldn't let anybody touch it. Teresa thinks the movie doll is more creepy. Leslie say my doll here is spooky. Though she doesn't share the same porcelain skin and lifelike features as her cinematic counterpart, the Annabelle doll that lives in the occult museum of famed paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren, the pair that worked on the case, is made all the more creepy by how ordinary she appears. Annabelle's stitched features, including her half smile and a bright orange triangle nose, evoke memories of childhood toys and simpler times. If you could ask Ed and Lorraine Warren, though Ed passed away, they both passed away, they would tell you that the stark warnings scrawled across Annabelle's glass case are more than necessary. According to the well-known demonologist couple, the doll is responsible for 2 near-death experiences, 1 fatal accident, and a string of demonic activities that lasted some 30 years. The first of these infamous hauntings can allegedly be traced back to 1970 when Annabelle was brand new. The story was told to the Warrens by 2 young women and was retold for years after by the Warrens themselves. As the story goes, the Annabelle doll had been a gift to a young nurse named Donna, or Deidre, depending on the source, from her mother for her 28th birthday. Donna, apparently thrilled with the gift, brought it back to her apartment that she shared with another young nurse named Angie. At first, the doll was an adorable accessory, sitting on a sofa in the living room and greeting visitors with her colorful visage. But before long, the 2 women began to notice that Annabelle seemed to move about the room of her own accord. Donna would sit her on the living room sofa before leaving for work, only to come home in the afternoon and find her in the bedroom with the door shut. Donna and Angie then started finding notes left throughout the apartment reading, "Help me." According to the women, the notes were written on parchment paper, which they did not even keep in their home. Furthermore, Angie's boyfriend, only known as Lou, was in the apartment one afternoon while Donna was out and heard rustling in her room as if someone had broken in. Upon inspection, he found no sign of forced entry, but found the Annabelle doll lying face down on the ground. Other versions of the story say he was attacked upon waking up from a nap, which is kind of how they had in the film. Hold on, guys. I need a drink. Julia's saying the clown from Poltergeist scares me. I think that's cool if I could get that one. But I've never seen anyone recreate that one. I think that's only one, because I've seen Billy the Doll from Saw, Chucky, obviously, The Bride of Chucky, and then Annabelle. And then they have, they have Talking Tina. Julia's saying I got rid of the doll that was gifted to my daughters by their grandmother because she was so creepy. Suddenly, he felt a searing pain on his chest and looked down to find claw marks running across it. 2 days later, they had vanished without a trace. Following Lou's traumatic experience, the woman invited a medium over to help solve their seemingly paranormal problem. The medium held a seance and told the women that the doll was inhabited by the spirit of a deceased 7-year-old named Annabelle Higgins, whose body had been found years earlier on the site where their apartment building had been built. The medium claimed that the spirit was benevolent and simply wanted to be loved and cared for. The 2 young nurses reportedly felt bad for the spirit and consented to allow her to take up permanent residence in the doll. There is Lorraine Warren with the Annabelle doll. That's so cool. That's after taking possession of her. Eventually, in an attempt to rid their home of the Annabelle doll spirit, Donna and Angie called on a Episcopal, I know I'm saying it wrong, priest known as Father Hegan. Hegan contacted his superior, Father Cook, who alerted Ed and Lorraine Warren. As far as Ed and Lorraine Warren were concerned, the 2 young ladies' trouble truly started when they began believing that the doll deserved their sympathy. The Warrens believed that there was actually a demonic force in search of a human host within Annabelle and not a benevolent soul. The Warrens' account of the case states, "Spirits do not possess inanimate objects like houses or toys. They possess people. An inhuman spirit can attach itself to a place or object, and this is what occurred in the Annabelle case. The spirit manipulated the doll and created the illusion of it being alive in order to get recognition. Truly, the spirit was not looking to stay attached to the doll. It was looking to possess a human host." Leslie saying I need to watch the movie again. I need to revisit it too. I haven't watched it in a long time. Rochelle saying when my siblings and I were younger, we bought a really old Ouija board at a yard sale for 75 cents. We asked it what lottery numbers will be a 4-digit, and my mom played numbers. It came in. That's crazy. Bernadette saying, wasn't Chucky based on Bob the Doll? I thought it was. No, I think it is. It's that. I have to look it up, though. Bernadette's like, I haven't watched a movie yet that can scare me. I actually laughed at these movies. Diane saying my grandmother gave me an old-fashioned porcelain doll with a very large skirt dress that you place on the pillow. Skirt covers the bed. Not sure what happened to it. I think my mom got rid of it. Ooh. Okay, so it continues. Immediately, the Warrens noted what they believed were signs of demonic possession, including teleportation, the doll moving on its own, materialization, the parchment paper notes, and the mark of the beast, Lou's clawed chest. The Warrens subsequently ordered an exorcism of the apartment to be performed by Father Cook. Then, they took Annabelle out of the apartment and to her final resting place in their occult museum in the hopes that her demonic reign would finally end. Other hauntings attributed to the demonic doll. I mean, sometimes when you see a sign like that, people are going to want to open it. Even if it is in an occult museum. It says down below the doll, it goes Annabelle, haunted Raggedy Ann doll. Following Annabelle's removal from Donna and Angie's apartment, the Warrens documented several other paranormal experiences involving the doll, the first just minutes after they took possession of her. After the exorcism of the nurse's apartment, the Warrens buckled Annabelle in the backseat of their car and vowed not to take the highway in case she had some kind of accident, causing power over them and their vehicle. However, even the safer back roads proved too risky for the couple. On their way home, Lorraine claimed that the brakes either stalled or failed several times, resulting in near disastrous crashes. Lorraine claimed that as soon as Ed pulled holy water from his bag and doused the doll with it, the problem with the brakes disappeared. Ooh. Upon arriving home, Ed and Lorraine placed the doll in Ed's study. There, they reported that the doll levitated and moved about the house. Even when placed in the locked office in an outer building, the Warrens claimed that she would turn up later inside the house. Ooh, that's creepy. Finally, the Warrens decided to lock Annabelle up for good. The Warrens had a specially made glass and wood case constructed, upon which they inscribed the Lord's Prayer and St. Michael's Prayer. For the rest of his life, Ed would periodically say a binding prayer over the case, ensuring that the sinister spirit and the doll remained good and trapped. Since being locked up, Annabelle the doll hasn't moved again, though it is alleged that her spirit has found ways to reach out to the earthly plane. Once, a priest who was visiting the Warrens Museum picked up Annabelle and discounted her demonic abilities. Ed warned the priest about mocking Annabelle's demonic power, but the young priest laughed him off. On his way home, the priest was involved in a near-fatal crash that totaled his new car. He claimed to have seen Annabelle in his rearview mirror just before the accident. Years later, another visitor tapped on the glass of the Annabelle doll's case and laughed at how silly people were to believe in her. On his way home, he reportedly lost control of his motorcycle and crashed headlong into a tree. Wow. And his girlfriend just barely survived. She claimed that at the time of the accident, the couple had been laughing about the Annabelle doll. Over the years, the Warrens continued to reconnect these tales as proof of Annabelle, the doll's horrific powers, though none of these stories could be corroborated. The names of the young priest and the motorcyclist were never divulged. Neither Donna nor Angie, the two nurses who were Annabelle's first victims, ever came forward with their story. Neither Father Cook nor Father Hegan appeared to have mentioned their exorcism of her ever again. It would appear that all we have is the Warrens' word that any of this even took place. So what do you guys think? Do you think the Warrens made it up, or if it's actually... Diane, thank you. Pernus Episcopal. Thank you. So do you guys think the Warrens just made the stories up because no one came forward who had the experiences with her? Spirit of the Trees, I saw that one. Leslie's like, she can't be trapped. Julius is saying this is so scary. Bernadette saying Annabelle was shown in Aquaman, by the way, a nod from the director. I did not see her in there, but then again, I wasn't a big fan of Aquaman, so... Spirit of the Trees is saying, what is my current direct message? You could do the Grayson Report Instagram, or you could do my personal, which is, Grey Wolf. Yeah, Insta. That's my Instagram. My personal one. Usually that's the one I check. Mostly. But if you do send it to Grayson Report, I do check that one too as well. Rochelle saying, I think it is real. Leslie saying, I think I'm wondering which story is first. Robin saying, I think is real. Heather, whatever interested the spirit didn't skip around, only the doll. So do you guys believe the doll actually moved? Or do you think... Julius is saying, I think it's real. Give me 1 second, guys. Leslie's like, Aquafan, never a fan. I didn't like Aquaman. I'm a DC fangirl, but I just didn't like Aquaman. Oh, I did see that one on Facebook, Spirit of the Trees. That's crazy that it's like just randomly there. Julia saying so creepy. Tyrana is saying I think real also. Heather whatever saying yes, or they had a real jerk roommate. Leslie say, do I hear music? I hope not, because I'm not playing any. If that's the case, that's spooky. How the Annabelle doll's real-life stories became a movie franchise. Whether or not any of these hauntings took place, the tales left behind were all director-producer James Wan needed to pull together a long-lasting and lucrative horror universe. Beginning in 2014, Wan wrote the story of Annabelle, a child-sized haunted porcelain doll with lifelike features and a penchant for violence, using the real-life Annabelle doll as his inspiration. Of course, there are several differences between the Warrens doll and its cinematic counterpart. And James Wan is also known as Creepy Puppet on Instagram. I think his ID is super cool. The most obvious difference is the doll itself. While the real Annabelle is clearly a child's toy with its exaggerated features and plush body parts, the movie version of Annabelle is inspired by vintage handmade dolls made of porcelain with real braided hair and glistening glass eyes. I still kind of want to get one. Along with her physical features, Annabelle's antics were also amped up for shock value in the movies. Rather than terrorizing a pair of roommates and one boyfriend, movie Annabelle moves from home to home, attacking families possessing members of satanic cults, posing as a nun, and causing chaos in the Warrens' own home. I think one of them starts off with the roommates. Despite the fact that the real Annabelle only has one alleged under her belt, Juan has invented enough destruction for 3 successful movies and counting. Leslie's saying she's hearing faint music. Help. Hold on. I don't hear any music. Bernadette saying, I think she's... Leslie, you're just joking. Bernadette saying, I think she's cute. Thank you, Leslie. She says, congrats on your channel. You rock. Spirit of the Trees sent me a link. Which is the one I got. Leslie saying locking all my doors. Spirit of the Trees is saying Annabelle or Lisa. Thank you, Tara K, saying I really like this channel. Inside the museum where the real life Annabelle lives now. Though Ed and Lorraine Warren have both passed away, their legacy has been carried on by their daughter Judy and her husband Tony Spera. Until his death in 2006, Ed Warren considered Spera his demonology protege and entrusted him with continuing his work, which included caring for his occult artifacts. And I was right, son-in-law. Those artifacts include the Annabelle doll and her protective case. Echoing the warnings of his predecessors, Spera cautions visitors of the Warrens Occult Museum about Annabelle's powers. Is it dangerous? Spera has said off the doll. Yes, it is the most dangerous object in the museum. Yes. But despite such claims, the Warrens have a complicated relationship with the truth. Though they became practically household names for their involvement in the Amityville horror case and those that inspired The Conjuring, their work has been almost entirely debunked. An investigation by the New England Skeptical Society proved that the artifacts in the Warrens Occult Museum were mostly fraudulent, citing doctored photos and exaggerated storytelling. For those who still doubt the Annabelle doll's powers, Spera likens disturbing her to playing Russian roulette. There might be just one bullet in the gun, but would you still or would you just and take the risk? The real-life fears surrounding the original Annabelle doll only flared up even more in August 2020 when reports surfaced that she had escaped from the Warrens Occult Museum, which closed down at least temporarily due to zoning issues in 2019. Though the rumors quickly spread on social media, the reports were quickly outed as inaccurate. Spera himself soon posted a video of himself alongside the real-life Annabelle doll in the museum. Annabelle's alive, Spera assured everyone. Well, I shouldn't say alive. Annabelle is here in all of her infamous glory. She never left the museum. But Spera was also sure to stoke the fears that have kept the real Annabelle doll terrifying for 50 years, saying, I'd be concerned if Annabelle really did leave because she's nothing to play with. Oh, I guess there's the true story of The Conjuring as well. Matthew saying, yes, they over-exaggerate things. Amity House is not haunted. No one else has had anything there since. The house is cool, though. Yes, Leslie, my PayPal is up. Bernadette saying the nun was so boring. It was alright. Arter saying the article is wrong. Hold on, guys. Leslie. I'll get my PayPal. Give me a second. It's right here. There's my PayPal, Leslie, or for anyone that would like to make a donation through PayPal. Otter saying the article's wrong. Annabelle's demon isn't the same as the nun. The nun's demon is Valak. That's true. Has anyone had... I mean, Leslie said she had a Raggedy Ann doll, but has anyone else had a Raggedy Ann or Andy doll? Rochelle saying it could be also there was a traveler spirit that only followed them, hence no other stories. True. Very true. But I may need to revisit the movie. I haven't seen that movie in a while. It's been a super long time. Bernadette saying I had a haunted rainbow bright doll. I could tell you stories. I could tell you. Lorraine saying, yes, I had 3 different ones. Miss Ace is saying, long time ago. Heather whatever saying, years ago I did. Alice is saying, my sister did have a doll. Audrey, you had like 10? Tyrannus saying, I had both dolls, not sure what happened to them. Thank you, Leslie, for the PayPal donation. You're awesome. She says, happy Easter. Love you. You rock. Thank you. You rock too. Hearts for Leslie. Teresa saying, I had both when I was little. I think I had one. I had a Raggedy Ann, but I don't know what happened to her. I'm kind of wishing I still had her. Allison says, I'm a redhead myself, so yes, I had 2 sets from a cousin, bigger and small. They are in my ex-husband's storage unit. Springstorm is saying, I had both. Leslie saying, you rock tonight. Thank you. Yeah, now I'm like wondering what happened to it. It was a small one, too, the one I had. Darn, I would have put her up. She'd be next to Chucky. Spirit of the Trees, it was my best friend, then my older brother's tournament. Alicia Hiker saying I had a Raggedy Ann doll as a child. Heather whatever saying my grandma made dolls. Oh, that's cool. Rochelle saying my mom always been obsessed with making sure each one of us had one. Audrey saying there's still about 3 or 4 unclaimed memberships. Please make sure you turn gifts on if you guys have not gotten a gifted membership. Bernadette saying, would you take a haunted doll if it was gifted to you? Depending on what the haunted doll does. Because I already have an orb in here. So Leslie's going, we love Lisa. Thank you, Leslie. It depends on what the doll does. Because I already hear noises in this room. And I had another orb caught on video. This time it was coming from where I'm sitting to the camera. So it was trying to mess with my computer. Miss Ace, thank you. Tyranna saying I had a troll doll that would say hug me. I threw it away. It kept saying it when I wasn't near it. Creepy. Oh, that is creepy. I mean, I don't want to wake up and the haunted doll is sitting on me, type of thing. You care! Or I'd be sleeping and the doll is trying to shake me. Nah. Heather, whatever, get an add-on to your house permit, ghost housing. Leslie saying, does the doll dance? I mean, the story about Annabelle was kind of similar to the movie, but I gotta rewatch it. But you may see an Annabelle in my doll in my future. No, I'm just kidding. I actually want the Billy doll from Saw. I like that doll for some odd reason. And Robert the doll. Because I think you could get a Robert the doll from the place that where he stays at. Spirit of the Trees is saying I have a vivid memory of my brother placing the hooked red hair of my Annie doll and placing on our swing set hook, treating like a punching. Oh, that sucks. Teresa saying my son had a haunted toy semi-truck when he was 3. It was on a high shelf and making noise. I asked a friend to reach it down so I could take the batteries out. I opened it up to find no batteries. That is creepy. Bernadette saying I think my Johnny Depp doll is Captain Jack Sparrow is haunted. I put my EMF meter on it and it goes off all the time. I'll have to send you a video of that. That is crazy. Super cool though. I've never had anything go off without batteries in it, unfortunately. Thank you, Delea. I wish I had something go off with the batteries in it. That would probably freak me out. It is, but Spirit of the Trees, but boys will be boys. Mimi T saying I had a cricket doll in the 80s that played cassettes. It was creepy. That is creepy. That is creepy. I had a porcelain doll, and I have no idea what happened to it. It had like a pink frilly dress, and she had curls, but I have no idea what happened. It was an actual porcelain doll. Porcelain doll. Teresa's saying she still has the toy, and it hasn't made noise since. That's weird. Audrey's saying we have several toys that go off randomly all the time while the kids are still asleep, and they were on off. That is creepy. Scary. That is scary. Leslie's saying maybe she did. I don't know what happened to her. It was a while. I had her a while ago. I'm trying to think. I have no idea what happened to her. She's kind of, she wasn't really like a creepy doll, but her eyes were creepy. That's what I remembered, because she had these big brown eyes. Guys, keep the questions going. What's the most recent horror film that you guys have watched? I'm trying to think, what's the last one I watched? I think the last one I watched was Megan. Rochelle saying my friend Sarah in Michigan had Michigan ghost hunters at her house. She invited me over as I still lived there then. Anyway, the guitar was moving on its own. Woo! Oh, here comes the fly again. That has to be cool to see, though. The guitar moving on its own. Wow. I've never had a paranormal experience. I've heard sounds. Spirit of the Trees is saying the most recent was Barbarian. I like that movie. It wasn't what I was expecting. Alice is saying Megan and Halloween Ends. Julius is saying Megan was my last one too. I still have to see the new Scream. Nerd Report saying the fly is back. Yes, the fly is back. It's a smaller fly though. Audrey saying Megan. I think the last one I saw was Megan. Because lately I've been watching those true crime series on Netflix. Teresa saying the new version of The Thing. Nerd Report saying keep the questions coming or Lisa will fall asleep. Alice is saying I saw Cocaine Bear. How was that one? Nerd report saying hashtag fly 2024. Tyrann is saying Halloween ends. Storm said I watched Psycho for the first time today. Oh wow, really? Mimi T, I tried to watch The Last Scream. Spirit of the Trees liked Barbarian 2. Cool. Yeah, that movie was not what I was expecting. Alice is saying cheesy as hell. The trailer looks cheesy as hell. Talking about Cocaine Bear. JT, it kind of does. Asking if Nope counts as a horror film. Actually, I liked Nope, and I don't like Jordan Peele's movies. But I did enjoy Nope. Julissa saying Barbarian was good. Allison liked Seabear. Rochelle saying it was a limited series, and because I worked as a cathedral as a groundskeeper, I found the Midnight Mass eerie. Midnight Mass. Allison saying Scream 6 was my last scary film. It was awesome too. I still have to see that one. I have the poster right there. Spirit of the Trees, you have to check Nope out. Because I'm not a fan of Jordan Peele, but I did like that film. Little bit of a slow burn, but I liked it. Tyrann saying Nope was good. Spirit of the Trees, I saw Midnight Mass series, weird the way I liked it. I think I saw one episode, because it's a series, right? Hey, you care. Teresa loved Nope. Especially when they went nope, 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 nope. But I didn't really care for the other Jordan Peele films that I can't even think what they are right at this moment. Oh, Get Out. I didn't care for that one. What is another one? I can't even think. That's how bad I didn't like them. Teresa saying I thought Midnight Mouse was slow, but I really enjoyed it. Cool. Yeah, I haven't watched a horror film in a long time, and that's weird for me. I've been watching real life documentaries on Netflix. The cool thing about Nope, they actually had the little I guess town. It wasn't really a town because it was more of a amusement park, I guess. In Nope, they actually had it at the I got to walk through it at Horror Nights at Universal Studios, and that was before I saw the movie. Alice is saying I watched Megan. Rochelle saying Netflix has great docuseries. I know. Like, I'll just scroll. I'm like, oh, what is that? Spirit of the Trees is saying true crime is the only real horror lately. Pretty much. Yes, I've seen Megan. I think that was the last horror film I saw. Yeah, it is. I can't think of any other thing that I've seen. Hold on, guys. Let me click out of here. Click onto here. Where are my messages? I'm clicking on different things. Oh, that is crazy.
Teresa saying the new version.
Oh, hold on. Sorry. Sorry, Bernadette. I don't know if you want everyone to hear it. Rochelle's like, I will have to watch Megan. Anyone hear the conspiracy of M is Megan? No. I saw it, Bernadette. I started playing it, but I don't know if you want everyone else to see or hear it. Because everyone would be like, huh? Julia said that's my text. Yeah, that is. That's one of them. I have... One of them is like a crazy laugh from Saw. Oh, Bernadette's saying play it. Alright, guys. This is a video that Bernadette sent me through Instagram.
Teresa saying the new version of the thing. Nerd Report saying keep the questions coming or least.
Oh, wait a minute. That's me.
Teresa saying the new version of the thing.
Oh, cool. Oh, so is the bee moving? Brandon, what's up? I don't even recognize my voice through the video. Ha, go funny. And then I just read to Bernadette that you said I could hear me in the background. Yeah, I saw that. That's crazy. Bernadette saying the pearls are moving. Bernadette, do you mind if I show it? I'll just turn the sound down so they don't hear my crazy voice. If you don't mind. I know, it's crazy. I don't recognize my voice. I go, oh, wait a minute, that's me. Okay, Bernadette saying I could show it. Alright, I just want to make sure, Bernadette. I guess that's... Hold on. Let me make sure you guys can see it. Let me go... Here. Okay, this is Bernadette's Jack Sparrow doll. And the pearls are moving. If you guys can see it. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. You probably can't tell because I'm moving. Oh, yeah, you can tell. With my shaky hands. Spirit of the Trees is saying I love the Gonchi stuff like Ash versus the Evil Dead. I loved Ash versus the Evil Dead. I was obsessed with that. Bernadette saying this is my everyday life. Julia says like, oh, I saw the moving. I'm like, good, you guys could see it moving because my hand was shaking. Alice was like, it's very subtle, but my hands are moving, so you probably can't see it. Tyran is like, love all your aliens. I'm from Roswell, New Mexico. Oh, that's super cool. Super cool. I was a huge fan of the X-Files, so my friend got me this. My little alien. Teresa, give me 1 second. I'll put it back up. Because my arm got tired. Hold on, let me get the chat out of the way. Hold on. Try not to move my hands, but I'm sorry, guys. It's a subtle movement of the pearls hanging from the bee. Very subtle movement. Bernadette saying it's still going off. I have the EMF on them. Oh, that's crazy. Alice likes the X-Files. Very, very subtle. And it especially doesn't help because my hands are shaking. Trixie. Alice is saying, I saw Mulder's office from X-Files on Hollywood. Oh, that's cool. That's super cool. I have the I Want to Believe poster behind me somewhere. Oh, actually, it's behind my Scream poster, but you can't see it because my chair is in the way. Julia, we're just kind of chatting now. Just finished talking about Annabelle. Keep the questions coming, guys. Yeah, I was super obsessed with the X-Files. Super obsessed. Knew every episode name. Knew all the seasons. Didn't watch the last season because I felt like Scully... Because that's when David Duchovny left the show. And Scully kind of became Mulder. And Agent... What was his name? Dockett? Became Scully. And I just didn't like that switching of the relationship. Trixie saying I need a Discord. Julissa was the X-Files is such a good show. It was. It was. There was an article saying that it might get revived. Lorraine saying I met Mitch Pileggi once who played. Yes. Oh my gosh. Cool. Skinner. Teresa's asking, do I enjoy haunted house attractions? Yes, I do. I don't get scared by them, though. It was cool because when it came out, they had the Neobot house in Hollywood. And Lewis and I got to walk through it twice. And it was kind of like a haunted... It was cool. I was enjoying it. Julia saying Gillian Anderson is amazing. I used to have her haircut, Scully's haircut, in high school. So you see my senior picture, it has Scully's haircut. I was obsessed with her haircut. Trixie's asking, no, I saw an article where they're in talks. Like somebody wants to revive it. Allison is seconding on the Discord. Alice is like, I want a reboot of the X-Files. Teresa, you laughed all the way through them? I enjoyed them. You know what? At first I didn't like it. I didn't come in until the second season. And it was halfway. It was mid-second season, too. Diane was saying, yes, Scully and Mulder were the show. Definitely. Loved their friendship that they had. And the chemistry. And every show was different. And I thought it always kept my interest going. Was my kind of show. Rochelle saying I watched it when I grew up out of high school. That is when I grew a huge liking. I watched it when I was in high school. I even remembered when it was on Friday night because then it moved to Sunday. And I remember telling my dad if he could tape it for me because I didn't want to miss it. Lorraine was like, there was always a flashlight scene in the dark. Yes, there was. They always had these big flashlights and they always, like, the light always bounced off of things. Springstorm's asking the scariest movie you've seen. For me, it's The Changeling with George C. Scott. I have to think about that one. I know as a kid, and you're probably going to laugh because it was Halloween got me. And Nightmare on Elm Street. But now, like, mostly, they don't really scare me. I may jump, but they don't really scare me, no. Alice is asking, does Lewis have the poster from the X-Files? I don't know if he still does, but he had the poster that Mulder had in his office. The I Want to Believe poster. Spirit of the Trees is saying, Lisa, you're a beautiful person like many others in the chat. I totally get why this feels so good. Thank you, Spirit of the Trees. Teresa is saying, my husband refused to go to a Halloween haunted house with me for years. He said he didn't want me screaming in his ear. No, I laughed from enjoyment. I love them, especially if the jump scare. Oh, you should see me when I'm at the Horror Nights at Universal Studios. I'm looking at, you know how they like to jump scare you? So I'm always looking at them. I'm like, okay, that one's going to jump. That one's going to jump. And then, of course, while I'm doing that, it's the one I'm thinking that's not going to jump that jumps and it gets me. And I'm like, oh, it got me. They're probably looking at me like I'm crazy. Julia's like, oh my God, me too. Halloween. Michael Myers scared the crap out of me. Allison saying Final Destination 2 when I was by myself spooked me. Final Destination, speaking of that movie, do you guys, when you're driving, because I know I do this, because I'll be driving behind a truck and it has logs on it or something, or piping, I'm like, oh hell no, this is Final Destination. I change lanes. I don't know if you guys do that, but I do that. Trixie I was thinking of the 2018 X-Files they did. I like that one too. When they were older. Teresa, you do that too? Yes! I'll be driving. It'll be some random thing. And I'm like, Final Destination. Leslie, thank you. And thanks again for your PayPal donation. Springstorm saying Freddy is still scary. That one, Freddy, when I was older, he doesn't scare me too much now, but when I was older, you care. Thank you for the super sticker with the cute little corgi. I think it's a corgi. Oh, well, it's cute. No, when I was older, like in high school, Freddy would scare me. Spirit of the Trees, those log carriers always make me nervous. They do. Or if you see like a utility truck that has piping on top, or they'll have a random... I've actually had a bucket come off a truck and bounce in front of me. And for a second there, I thought I ran over it. But I didn't. But I don't know what happened to the bucket. That scared me. But I love the Final Destination movies. I rewatched the first one in past Halloween. Julia's like saying only Michael Myers scared me. The rest I found comical. I like the scene. The scene I remember when I was a kid is when Lori looks out the window and she sees Michael Myers standing between the laundry that's hanging out on the line. Spirit of the Trees is saying, I truly think that anxiety came from Final Destination. Definitely. Rochelle saying, my Easter lily has one bloom showing, very fragrant. Oh, cool. Though, you know, the one thing I didn't know is lilies. I read somewhere, I don't know how true this is, but I read somewhere that lilies are poisonous to cats. I did not know. I knew poinsettias were, but I didn't know lilies were. Julie's like, oh my god, that scared me because my mom used to make me go get the laundry off the lines outside. That part, it's a great scene too. That is the one I remember as a kid. That would scare me. I'd be like this. Rochelle has read it too. I know. I'm not sure about the lilies with the cats. I had no idea. But I guess they say the pollen is not good for them or something like that. Julie's saying, yes, there's a lot of flowers and plants that are poisonous for animals. Keep the questions coming, guys. Alice is saying it was scary with the lions. Trixie's like, I wish a film could scare me. I'm not saying some films haven't made me jump, but actually scare me. Nope. Not anymore, Trixie. I usually watch them and I'm like, with a big smile on my face because I love horror. The fly. He wants to say hello to everyone. Oh, that's cool. Rochelle saying that the driver surprised her with a lily. That's super cool. That is super cool. Rochelle is saying it's hard to be scared with shows the older we get. Yeah. I mean, we may jump. Speaking of VHS, I think I have the X-Files on VHS somewhere. I think I have all my recordings still somewhere too, because I used to record all the episodes. When it was on Friday nights, I would record them, and then I would rewatch it Saturday morning. Alice is asking what's scary mazes. I'm not sure what they're having this year because I don't know if they announced it yet. But usually the mazes don't scare me. I love walking through them, seeing what they designed. Oh, I was with gore. I was the weird one as a kid. I liked the gore. I still do like the gore. Because one of my favorite movies as a kid, I would watch it all the time, was Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Still is my favorite film. And the part where Muller takes the heart out, every time, I would even play the movie during my birthday parties as a kid. And then all the girls would be like, and I'd be like, what? I'm like, that's cool. What are you talking about? That's the one movie I can watch a million times and still enjoy it. I just love that one. Trixie's like, I love gore. That's why I like Hellraiser. I know a lot of people don't like Hellraiser, but I enjoy it. Bernadette saying I'm going to be bringing my EMF and spirit box and other stuff to Arizona. Cool. Bernadette, I don't think the hotel we're staying at has any activity because it looks like it's a newer hotel, but hey, we could try. Maybe somebody will bring something with them. It's a super newer looking hotel, so I doubt, unless there's something on the land. But even like the area around it looks super new. But I cannot wait for July to come around because we're going to be going to Mad Monster Party in Arizona. So I'm looking forward to that. It's a horror convention. And it's an intimate horror convention. You could be sitting at the table and you could see like who did I see? I forgot her name. From Scream. I forgot her name, but she was there last year. And I think it's because I'm tired. I totally forgot her name. And I would see her just walk by. So, and I can't wait to meet Bernadette there. Teresa's asking, did you ever tell scary stories with your friends when you were younger? We used to try to scare the crap out of each other. Yeah, we would talk about like Bloody Mary and stuff like that, but I never tried it though. Rochelle's like, why don't you freak out the workers and ask weird questions? Julie's saying like poltergeist, it could be on top of burial ground or something, you never know. I know, that's what I'm thinking, unless the land. Alice is like, or drive around, you can find something. Oh, that's cool, Spirit of the Trees. You care saying I only can watch Scooby-Doo regarding mysteries. I don't even have Facebook. That's stressful and scary enough for me. Wow. I give you props for not having Facebook. You care. Alice, thank you. Nev Campbell. She was at Mad Monster Party last year. And I'd be sitting at the table and you could see her walking by. Lorraine saying, anyone hear of the Lincoln train? It appears with sound and has a skeleton crew. No, I haven't. I have not heard of that. I've seen a TikTok video of some guy, or no, I think it's just a video of a guy. He's like on a four-wheeler or like a buggy or something like that. I don't know what you call them. And he drives up to her crossing and you see like this train just coming by, like a trolley car going by, and then he turns the camera and I guess apparently there's an apparition in the back, and then he goes back and goes forward. Brandon's like, oh, I remember her being there when Lewis streamed it. Yes! Nuke the Fridge is in the house. Guys, subscribe to Nuke the Fridge if you want to hear all things movie related. Even though I kind of talk about movies here too a little bit. Teresa's going, I am prone to jump scares. Sometimes I am, but most of the time I could catch them before they happen. But every once in a while, I do jump. Especially if I'm tired. Because I don't pay attention when I'm tired. And then Lewis will be in Arizona too at Mad Monster Party. I don't want to touch my mic. I was going to move it and I was like, nope. I don't want it to go out again. Even though it was plugged in. The lights were on and everything. Keep the questions coming. Julie Land saying I can't wait for a Cali meetup. That would be super cool too. Nuke the fridge with the pho. Well, with Hellraiser, going back with Hellraiser, I liked Pinhead. I loved Pinhead. And he was at Mad Monster one day. So it was like we would go into the restaurant to eat and he'd be eating at the table. Doug Bradley would be eating at the table and I was like, it's funny though, he's like one of my favorite horror icons and I was like, oh, Doug Bradley. Like I don't get starstruck, I guess. Springstorm saying my last jump scare was Haunting of Hill House, the car scene with Nellie. That was so good. Alice is asking if I've gone to Area 51. No, I haven't. Diane saying I don't like those kind of scary movies because I had a real life peeping Tom show his face in a window one time. I was working a late shift and got home after midnight. Whoa, that would scare the crap out of me, Diane. Trixie's asking what would be my ideal ghost hunt. Probably, I don't want to say hospital because everyone does. Maybe like a building that has history in it. But it doesn't necessarily have to be a hospital, but could be the first building that was built in the town that's still in use. Or was the first building in town. Just to see if the alleged haunting was actually true. Brandon's going, when I was little, I loved Puppet Master. I do think it would be considered scary now. I loved Puppet Master. I loved all the little puppets. I have to get the, I wanted to get I like the big guy. I guess he's called Pinhead. The guy that was like this, with the tiny little head, and he had the big old hands, like the big fists. I still want to get him. I loved that. I used to watch that all the time when I was a kid. Teresa's like, I love Hellraiser. He's my favorite villain. I love the Cenobites too. Chatterer being my favorite, next to Pinhead. Before I knew his name, when I first started watching Hellraiser, I used to call him Teeth. UCare is asking, do I like Dark Shadows? I have not seen it. I've heard of it, but I have not seen it. Rochelle, that is super scary. I had an intruder in the middle of the night before while asleep, and I woke up to them standing above my bed. Oh my gosh. That is scary. That is scarier than any horror movie I've ever seen. That would scare the crap out of me. Alice, I don't think they'll let you in the Cecil Hotel. 'Cause it's discount housing. That is scary, Rochelle. I mean, lucky for me, I have bars on my house. My dad put bars on the house. I remember when I was about 8. And I remember that the neighbors had gotten robbed, or not robbed, burglarized. And then all of a sudden we had bars on the house. And then come to think of it, it was about the time that Richard Ramirez was active. And he did get to 2 people in Diamond Bar, but it was on the other side of Diamond Bar. And I just gave away where I'm at. But so I don't know if that's the reason. I never asked him, but that's kind of crazy. Julie Land's like, oh my god, I was petrified of him. I'm glad you're okay, Rochelle, though. Because that's something crazy. I know, very good reason, because they were saying it was actually super warm summer. Or the documentaries I've seen about it, he would go through, because the abnormally warm summer, but then we always have abnormally warm summers here. People would have their windows open to let, to get the heat out. And that's how he would come in. So Alice is like, it happened here in Rosemead. Trix is like, I don't have bars on the house, but however, if anyone got in the house with me knowing, would have to be a ninja. That is super good. But then I'm super... well, also, too, after seeing those Ring videos of people just coming up behind people... Like, now when I get out of the car, I pay attention of my surroundings, because you never know who may be there. I mean, I live in a pretty good neighborhood, but you never know. So it's always good just to have your guard up. Because some of those Ring videos are crazy. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those. Julia's saying, I always pay attention. You have to. You do. You definitely have to now, especially nowadays. People are crazy. I don't know what it is. It's just people are crazy. Heather Whatever's like, I know ring videos are freaky. Especially because at night, they're they're that black and gray. Julia saying we live in a very crazy world. We do. Teresa saying always be aware of your surroundings. You need to nowadays. Bernadette! Brandon saying when my parents first got a Ring camera, they saw a person run and hide under their car in the driveway and a cop was searching for them. That is crazy. I usually catch, well, I don't have a Ring, I have a Blink. But I usually catch possums, raccoons, neighborhood cat, neighbor's dog, spider, bird. But I always, when I hear it late at night, I'm always like, what is that? Oh, you care? That's a good thing. I always tell my children to look underneath the cars and check if someone is hiding behind the wheels. That is definitely a good thing to do. No way, Elfig. That would freak me out. Saying a clown came up to the house checking for unlocked doors with a big old... I do catch spiders on my cameras. Not only ghosts, but I do get the critters. I'm glad, Rochelle, that all it took for you to scream and the person left. That's true. Rochelle, in the moment you don't always react how you think you may. True. Very true. Whoa, no way. Teresa was like, I was taught to be very aware at all times when I was little, but then we lived 45 minutes from the Green River where the Green River killer was. That is freaky. Just imagine getting a notification from the camera and then you see this clown walking around. I'm like, I would probably call the cops on that one. But I don't know if they would believe me, but I go, there's a guy dressed up as a clown. I mean, I definitely would call the cops for that one. No matter how crazy I sound. Because that's freaky. No way. That is crazy, Teresa. So, Trixie, you're house is super secured. Tyran is asking if I liked the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. Yes, I did. I even like the remakes. I mean, you kind of can't really mess that movie up, but nothing is better than the original, though. I would have done that, Lorraine. Because that guy was probably just targeting single women. And I'm lucky I've never been in an experience like that. Heather, whatever, you're correct. Much crime is about opportunity. It is. And it's got to be easy. They do it because they can, unfortunately. Hearts for Rochelle, guys. Elfig is saying, look it up when you get a moment. It was like caught on camera. No way it was? Okay, I'll have to check it out when I get a chance. That is crazy, Teresa. Alice is saying, I had a guy follow me home, but I stopped him. How did you stop him? If you don't mind me asking. Heather, whatever, saying your parents got bars too? Tyran is asking about the Jeeper Creepers movies. I think I saw the first one, but I have to revisit that one. It's been a while since I've seen it. Julius is saying, I didn't like the Texas Chainsaw movies. They didn't scare me. They didn't scare me either, but I just liked them. I even liked the most recent one that was on Netflix. Oh, that's good, Alice. Alice is saying, I told him my 6'5" boyfriend is at home waiting for me. Rochelle's saying Jeepers Creepers was funny. I don't remember it. It's been a while since I've seen it. I have to revisit it. Heather, whatever, saying they got broken into while on vacation. Wow. But then I always feel safe here. So I'm grateful to my dad for that. Alice is saying he left after I said that. He don't want to deal with the big guy. He was like, nope. I'm not going to deal with that. Lorraine saying, ever see the Family Guy episode where Peter remembers there's a clown in the ceiling that he'd asked to hide there? No! I've seen some Family Guy episodes, but I don't recall that one. Which is super crazy. Keep the questions going, guys. Or coming, guys, I should say. Hold on, guys. I gotta get a drink. Oh, Springstorm saying when I was 4, my mom rented The Wizard of Oz for me, put the tape in, and I'm watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Dude, oh, yeah, they did, for sure. Tyrant is saying, I think there's 4 Jeeper Creepers movies. Some are funny. I think there was one that came out recently. I have to revisit that one. I just heard, because I don't remember it. I remember like the guy in it. Alice is saying he's really 6'1" and 250, built like a football player, but still, that's still guy's not gonna want to mess with you. Springstorm saying, Mama, this isn't Dorothy. It definitely wasn't. I would have been going, this was supposed to be The Wizard of Oz, and I got Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You guys need to pay attention. No, I'm just kidding. They'll be looking at you. Most people would want to watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre. No. Any last minute questions? You cares? When I was expecting my first child, my brother was dying. The last time I spoke with him, I told him that I was having a boy, and he said I knew it with a very weak voice. Wow. Julia, you'll be good. You'll be great. Don't worry. Alice is saying Wizard of Oz is scary. The flying monkeys. Jin! Rochelle saying Wizard of Oz is mystical. Springster says she probably chewed him out, but we didn't go back. Thank you, Jin. Have a happy Easter as well. Or the Wicked Witch on the Wizard of Oz is crazy. Yes! I have toothpicks about to hold my eyes, Jin. Because I was super tired today, but I still went on. I got some caffeine, so that helped. Wow, sorry to hear you care. Spring Storm saying, wow, we haven't been... Yes! It will be. One more minute. On my end, at least. Or I may already be there. I don't know. Teresa's asking, what am I doing for Easter? I am probably going to try to go on a super short hike. Because it's supposed to be really nice tomorrow weather-wise. And I want to get some fresh air and some sunshine. I always like to try to get out when the weather is good. Thank you, Heather, whatever, saying great show as always. Diane's asking, do you ever wake up trying to scream but nothing comes out? I have. I've had like a nightmare and I'd be screaming but nothing would, but it would wake me up, but nothing would come out. You care seeing a nurse from hospice was there and she asked if she could open the window so his spirit could leave. His dog was always next to him. Aw. Alice is like, before it rains again? I don't know if we have any rain in the forecast. I haven't even looked. Project Metal Music, what's up? Lorraine saying, I think spirits can leave through buildings. Yes. I believe so too. Trixie's like, you don't want to know? I don't, Trixie. I could kind of guess. You cares asking, what do you think about the nurse asking to open the window? That's weird, honestly, for a nurse to say that. Because usually they don't do that. And that seems like that nurse was spiritual. So that's actually kind of cool in a way. But that's weird for a nurse to say something like that, though. Heather, whatever, saying 8 a.m. Well, Trixie, I know you're 8 hours ahead of me. Or something like that. Alice is saying Thursday it might rain? Oh, yeah. The rain popped up. Well, the last time I checked, it showed rain and then it disappeared. It's 7 a.m.? No way. That's crazy. You care saying, yes, I agree. I took it in a late note. Spring Storm saying 1 a.m. here, past my bedtime. Thank you guys, though. I appreciate you chatting it up with me on your Saturday night and early Sunday evening. You care saying it's 2 a.m. over here? Wow. Teresa's at midnight here. It's 11:03 p.m. here. And I need toothpicks right now, so I feel for you guys at 2 a.m. You guys... What, Trixie, I have no idea how you do that. She's saying up all night again. That is crazy. I don't know how you do that, Trixie. You are definitely a trooper. Any last minute questions, guys? Because my butt is falling asleep in this chair. Brandon saying 1 a.m. for me. Tyrannus saying midnight. And after a while, too, the headphones start hurting my ears because they're pushing up against my glasses. It's the only bad thing about wearing glasses. Heather, whatever. Thank you for the super chat, for the coffee. Teresa's gonna stay up and watch a horror movie. And you know what? I may do that too. But I'm probably gonna fall asleep while watching it. That happens. You care saying happy Easter, everyone. You see, Lisa, we love you. That's why we stay up all night long for you in the community. Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome. Super troopers. Heather whatever says I get a headphone headache. I don't get a headache. They start bugging because they're pushing up against my ear. So I have headphones and glass arm pushing up against my ear, or behind my ear, I should say. So my ears start hurting. My poor ears. Rochelle saying great channel, great community here. Happy joined all. Thank you, Rochelle. Alice is saying happy Easter, everyone. Bear to the trees, thank you. Alright, guys. I think I'm going to end it here. Trixie saying this is why I need a Discord. I will think about it, Trixie. I will think about it. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm going to end it here because I cannot feel my butt right now. This chair is ridiculous. I don't know if they make a chair that's good for your butt. I don't know. If you guys know of one, let me know. But thank you guys for joining me this Saturday evening and early Sunday morning for some of you. And I hope you guys have a great Easter, a great Sunday. And I will see you all Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you guys and good night. You guys are awesome.